Hi again, so good to see you. Okay, so today's activity we are going to be doing is in this green packet right here. It should say He is Risen activity. All right, so this activity is one of my favorites. I look forward to it. I actually still have both of my boys, when they were bouncing bears, they did this same activity too. So I'm going to take it all out. I have the instructions here if you need it. I've got the story that I read to you in the video here that you can share with your children. I've got a yellow piece of construction paper, which this is for tracing your child's handprint. If you have paint and you want to use paint, at school we actually do it on a yellow stamp pad and then we put it on the paper. But I know not everyone has that, so I thought, oh, trace your handprint on yellow. You're going to have your child cut out. This is the hill that the cross was on, okay? So that's the hill. And this is the paper that you will glue everything to. I've also included another activity if you want to do it on a different day. I won't be recording a video on Friday since it is Good Friday. So I also included this story, which might take more of your assistance parents, and also I made copies of the Easter story, which I thought you would enjoy sharing with your children. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take out another thing I'm going to do as well is take out the wooden sticks, okay? So I have a larger one and a smaller one. So should have two sticks, all right? We're going to make our cross out of that. All right, so what I'm going to do first is I have my son Mason here. So Mason, come over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to trace Mason's left hand, okay? So that way when I flip it over, it looks actually like his hand, like that, okay? Like a 5. All right, so he is going to have a little bit bigger hands than your child because he's 8. But I thought for demonstration purposes, I'd go ahead and show y'all. I've already cut out his handprint, so y'all didn't have to watch me cutting that on there, okay? So I'm just tracing his handprint the best I can. And then when you get down to the bottom, have them lift up their hand. And they're pretty trained at doing that. And I always just draw a line at the bottom to help you cut that area. So connect those two so it should look like that. All right? So cut out this. Take some time to cut that out very nicely and put it to the side. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to I've never done this before. I usually get a brown piece of construction paper and I make a die cut template of a brown cross that we have here at school. But I thought this would add a lot of fun and more interest to your actual piece of artwork. So what you can do, and I thought would be fun, is you could color your sticks, and I would use markers to do that. So you can have your child color their sticks however they want. So like I might do a pink up top. I might do a lot of different mixture of colors. If you don't want to color them, you don't have to. I just thought this would add some fun and add a little pop of color to your artwork, since the whole focus is the cross and the whole focus is what Jesus did on the cross for us. So anyway, I just kind of came up with this last minute last week and thought, oh, have them color the crosses. That might be fun. All right, now I'll do some red. Kind of making mine look more like a rainbow. I also got out some washi tape. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but washi tape is fun because it's not permanent. So if you make a little oopsie, that's fine. You just lift up the tape. It's not like duct tape where it's more permanent and more adhesive. So I've colored this stick like that, and then I might just do a solid color across orange, maybe orange. I haven't done orange, so I can do orange. And so as you're doing this, have your child tell you what each color is and have them do this. And if they get marker on their hand, that's okay. It's washable. They're washable markers. All right. So you can also paint them if you wanted to, but I find this is just faster. So I did my little stick orange. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set these to the side and we're gonna glue them on later, okay? So now I'm gonna take my white piece of construction paper, and I'm going to get my handprint from my son, which I already cut out, okay? And I'm gonna glue it on in about the middle of the paper. So you can use your glue stick that I sent home a few weeks ago, or you can use regular glue, whatever's you're wanting to do. I will say glue stick probably works better for this because, like I told y'all last week in one of the activities, you'll get a cleaner finish when it sticks. So if you take that glue stick and take it down each finger, that might work better. I'm just doing this for faster demonstration purposes. Okay, so I'm going to stick it in the middle of my paper. Okay, and now the fun part, you get to cut your heel. So I want to make sure you cut your, what color is this? Your green heel. I want you using your scissors the correct way. I included for each child in their busy work activity lessons on cutting. So if parents, you need some help guiding them with that, there's some good tips for that on a worksheet that I sent home. It isn't in the busy work activities section. Okay, so now I've cut my half of a green paper. It looks like half of a circle, doesn't it? So this is almost half of a circle, Bouncing Bears. All right, so I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm gonna take my heel, and I'm just gonna glue it on. All right, and again, whichever preference you want on glue stick or glue. If you do use glue, I would recommend trying to get as close to the edges as possible. And if some comes outside of that, that's okay. It dries, it's glue. And it'll dry clear. It should dry clear. I also sent home, I had the school see if they could order some glue because I know most of our stuff requires that. So you each got a little bitty baby glue in your packet. So I don't know, I've never used that brand before, so I don't know how it is. And then I went ahead on Amazon and got each child, I ordered them some watercolors in case you didn't have any at home, and thought it would be fun. And that's for our, you can use it for multiple things, but we have it definitely planned for our kite activity that we're gonna do next week. Okay, so as of right now, you should have on your white construction paper the handprint and your cut heel, okay? Now we are gonna take, I'm gonna do with, I chose different colored markers. You can do it, we usually do it with brown, but it really doesn't matter. I thought this would make it fun and pretty. But I'm gonna write, he is risen at the top with an exclamation mark, okay? So I'm gonna put he, capital H, he, and then in the middle, I'm gonna do is, and you can kind of guide where to put the letters based on the fingers. So obviously the middle one is in the middle, and then I'm gonna put risen, R-I-S-E-N. Okay, so now this is what it looks like. He is risen. And the fun part comes, I get to glue on the sticks that you colored. I also wanted to show y'all what washi tape looked like in case y'all haven't seen it. You can usually find it in the craft section at Walmart. I have seen it every once in a while at HEB. You can order it online. They all come in like really fun patterns. This one is an orange and pink and purple one. A lot of times people will use this to even tear to seal an envelope. You could use this to do the chalk art that you've seen online a lot, I'm sure. Anyway, it's a great little thing to have, just because you can stick it onto things and it's not like tape where it's gonna cause sticky residue and all that. So you could, if you wanted to, you could wrap your cross in washi tape. But for this demonstration, I chose not to. So I'm gonna go ahead and if you will, help your child to put on the glue to the back of the stick. All right, and try your best to kind of put it in the center, up at the center top of the hill, okay? And then you're gonna take another glue again on the little stick, okay? And then we're gonna you really don't need to put glue on the whole side, but I did. All right, so here we go, Bouncing Bears. Here's my finished artwork project for today, and I'm gonna go let it dry, okay? And then I'll hang it up on our art wall. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this activity and the stories, and I'll talk to y'all soon.